with that, we bring in Ron Vitiello, Customs and Border Protection Senior Advisor and former acting ICE Director. Great to have you with us and back on the program. Your thoughts on the expansion of this program, and we can quickly put up, I mean, obviously the southern border crossing encounters have decreased dramatically, down about 90%. And now turning attention to the northern border, these numbers are this year versus last year down 70%, and they want to make those numbers even lower. Your reaction to this program and what she has to say about the huge business of human trafficking, Ron?
Well, this is what it looks like when you have the will in the Oval Office with President Trump. The leadership, as she mentioned, the Department of Homeland Security with Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi, and our other interagency partners that make operations like this successful and sustainable. So if you think about what's happening on the southern border, with the physical border being safer than it's been in decades, the northern border getting safer as well, and then refining the operational conditions to allow our agents the time and effort and opportunity to rescue people who are being trafficked, to hold smugglers to account. And the task force and its expansion is a demonstration of what the interagency can do together to make all of us safer.
Yeah, I mean, these are individuals who are taking away the will and self-determination of these people. And they're forcing them into labor. Let's put these numbers up. 27.6 million people worldwide are victims of human trafficking. And 77% of them are in forced labor, 23% in sex trafficking, 57% are men and boys, and 43% of them are women and girls. One of the big things that got a lot of attention during the election cycle and continues to are these missing children who were brought into the country and who the federal government basically lost track of. Here's what Tom Homan said about this. And not all of these children end up in trafficking situations, but some of them do. Here's Tom Homan earlier.
We've located over 23,000 of them. So 23,000 locations of the 300,000. Well, President Trump's committed. We're not going to stop till we find every one of them.
It's our understanding that a number of those children were found with family members. The whole trick here is just identifying and making sure that you know where these kids are. What's your reaction to all that, Ron?
Well, things have changed, right? The nonsense and the chaos at the border has stopped. Thousands of children are not coming to the border all by themselves, whether they're trafficked or otherwise, right? Because we know many of them become victims. But because the border is in such good shape, because the message around the world is really hard to come in across the border. If you come across the border as a single adult, you will likely get encountered. You will most likely be prosecuted and put on a path for removal. And so that keeps people out of the pipeline, including children. It doesn't allow these cartels to make money hand over fist and make victims out of these children. And so many of them have been found. And our partnership with Health and Human Services has never been stronger. They are leaning in on the law enforcement side to make sure that these kids who are coming still, who are in shelters, are being protected and not placed with traffickers, as had been done in the previous administration.
Ron Vitiello, thank you very much, sir. Great to have you with us as always.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.